Have you ever wondered why it seems as though our prayers are so powerless? Or have we ever wondered why we don't see more of the power of God at work in our lives? Jesus responds to that very question when his own disciples asked him that. There's an occasion in the Gospel of Matthew where Jesus' disciples were unable to perform a miracle that they had been empowered to do by Jesus, but they just simply couldn't do it, trying to drive out a demon. And so they asked Jesus, why couldn't we drive out this particular demon? And Jesus responded this way in Matthew chapter 17, verse 20, because you have so little faith. I tell you the truth, if you have faith as small as a mustard seed, you can say to this mountain, move from here and to there, and it will move. Nothing will be impossible to you. Now, just think about that statement. Jesus says the reason that his power is not more evident in our lives is because of our lack of faith. And then he goes on and he says, but you don't really need that much faith. You need faith to be sure, but just even a little bit of faith will make all the difference. Why is that? Because the power of God isn't dependent on the amount of our faith, it's dependent on the object of our faith. We can have a little bit of faith and a great and powerful God, and God will work through that. Now, granted, we should be growing in faith day by day. We should be able to see God's hand at work in the things that we're doing, trust him more and more. The more we see him work, the more we believe in him, the greater our faith becomes and stronger. So we should always be growing in our faith. But we also remember that it doesn't take a great amount of faith to accomplish God's work. It takes a great God to accomplish God's work. And so even a little faith in the right God, the powerful God, through Jesus Christ, can make all the difference in the world. Jesus says to the degree that we can move mountains with that kind of faith. And so I just suggest that we together learn to trust God, to pray, to believe that he'll answer our prayers, to trust him, and to then look and see how he indeed responds to our requests, how he works through us, looking for even those little ways in which God has demonstrated his power. And those things will help us to build our faith in a very faithful God. Thanks for taking time to join me for today's pastoral visit.